is Bobby.
Hey, what's going on, Bobby? This Ty with Property Jet Real Estate. How you doing today?
Hey, Ty, I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. Can't complain, man. I'm alive, right?
Amen.
But yeah, I didn't want to hold you up too long, man. It sounded like you're in the car. But you reached out. Not you reached out, but our agent reached out to you last week about the house on Vienna, Dana.
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to reach back out to you. See if you still open to selling and see what we can do to get you an offer, man.
Okay. Yeah. How does all this work?
Yeah, so basically, I work with an investment firm. It's called Property Jet Real Estate. Typically, what we're doing right now, we're buying in the Douglasville area, and we pay cash, so you don't have to worry about any real estate commissions or closing costs and things like that, because that's what we cover. But we do, yeah, it's like quick closings. We can close in like 3 to 5 weeks once the title comes out clear and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how it works. I just wanted to get, a little bit more information about, I guess the situation of the property, as far as are you, living in it right now, somebody else occupying it, things like that.
Okay. Yeah. Ask away. You gonna email me something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
You got it's the Waffle House email, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobby Red at wafflehouse.com.
Okay.
That's what I gave her.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll email you some company information and stuff like that. What I wanted to ask you, man, is how soon were you looking to sell? If we can agree on a price, when would you like to get the process started?
Well, that's what I told her. I'm in the middle of building a house right now. I'm not ready to go right away.
Yeah.
And I asked her about that, and she said, well, we do have, a deal where we can close, and then, you guys have, she asked how long I would need. I told her 120 days, something like that.
Okay.
So to answer your question, yeah, I own it. I can sell it quick to you, but I don't want to move out for at least 120 days.
So you're looking at about 4 months?
Yeah. I mean, right now they're saying the house will be ready in March.
Mm-hmm.
But, getting supplies, getting material, I don't want to box myself in. I'm not, if I can't make this work, then I'm just going to wait until the house is finished, and then I'll call you back and see what your offer is then.
Yeah.
But I'm going to sell probably within the next 120 days.
Okay. Because what we can do, this is what we offer some of our clients that we work with that currently live in properties. So sometimes what we can do is we can grant you up to 60 days after the closing date to vacate, to live in the property, right?
Okay.
So, for example, how that would work is, let's say our closing date is in 30 days, right? You will get a percent. You will get the majority of your funds. We will only hold back. The most I've seen we hold back is about $10,000 of your funds. So, for example, I'm just throwing out random numbers here. If we were to agree on $100,000, right, on closing date, you will get $90,000, and then we would grant you 60 days after that closing date to vacate the property. And then once you vacate that property before that 60th day, then we'll release that $10,000 to you, the rest of the funds. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So there's situations where we do that to, give our sellers and clients some time to figure out, the moving situation and things like that. So I think that might be something that we can present to you to help you out, man, in this case,
Okay. Yeah. No, that's the only way I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go rent and, she said 90 days. I said, hey, tell you I need 120.
Yeah.
But if 90 is the best you can do, let me look at it, and I'll have to do some talking with my builder. I'm not going to put myself in a box to where I'm living on the street.
Yeah, you want to make sure that house is complete before you move out. I get it.
Right.
Listen, Bobby, if I was you, I would be doing the same damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like I say, I'm going to call you guys and, couple of others. You know, once I get to that point, I'm not to that point yet, but when she called,
Yeah.
I said, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm building a house, and so yeah, you called me. Let me entertain what you guys have to offer. And
Right.
I said, but I don't want to waste your time because I need at least 90 to 120 days.
Right.
So,
Yeah, we can make that work. I don't think that'll be an issue. Obviously, we need a little bit of time to go by. That way, you know, you get an update on your new build on when that'll be completed, so it makes sense for
right.
you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
But what I wanted to ask you too, as far as like, you know, what needs to be done to the house, she gave me a little bit of information there about the roof is 5 years old, still got a warranty. That's great. Warranty on the HVAC. That's great. But as far as like the cosmetic stuff of the house, what would you say we would need to update or fix if we were to buy it?
There's a chimney, outside little chimney. It's, let's see. Guess what I explained to her, I got to pull in the garage on the basement level.
Mm-hmm.
That chimney starts right at the bottom of that level and goes all the way up top. That has some woodpecker damage, so that thing needs to, whatever the dimensions of a chimney are, you know, 4 feet by 2 feet, needs to be wrapped with some hardy board.
Okay. That's about it?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the inside walls, it's a 20-year-old house. You know, we had it painted maybe 2 years ago, just in some certain rooms, but we got, you know, a bedroom that hadn't been painted in 15 years. It's going to need painting.
Mm-hmm.
And two rooms still have the original carpet that would need to be recarpeted. In my mind, again, I'm just saying for you to fix up and turn around and sell to somebody.
Yeah.
But it's got engineered plank flooring in the den. That's relatively new. New kitchen floor. Cabinets have recently been painted. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot to do other than that chimney.
Right. Okay.
The HVAC was replaced. I think she told me, I don't know how y'all get your information, but 3 years ago, 2 years ago. But, you know, so the HVAC is in great shape. The roof's in great shape. You know, probably the house needs to be painted eventually, you know.
Okay.
That was done, I don't know, it's probably a 7-year-old paint job. I'm making that up, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
okay. So it doesn't seem like that much.
But, short of that, the garage doors are original. I mean, they're old. They work. I don't know what you do to fix up a house to resell it.
Yeah, like, so as far as like the kitchen and stuff, is like the granite countertops, or you got the regular?
No, we put brand new. Yeah, we put brand new granite in there.
Okay, there you go.
Leaving that.
There you go. Okay. How long?
Now the bathrooms are original. I mean it's you know, wood cabinets with Formica type top.
Yep.
The bathroom floors, both little bitty bathroom floors, are original linoleum.
Okay. Okay, so it doesn't sound like it needs that much work, which is pretty good. That absolutely helps. Now, how long you own the house, man?
20 or 21 years. It was built in 91, and we bought it in 2021, I think.
Oh, so you recently bought it, and so you building a bigger house now, or what, or something? What?
Yeah, smaller house. I'm old, man. I gotta retire. I need something smaller.
Listen, man, old is a state of mind. Don't say that. Don't tell yourself that.
Right.
Listen, you tell yourself you're young, you do backflip, man. You wouldn't believe it.
I hear you. No, we're downsizing a little bit. Too many stairs in this house.
I hear you. So, okay. All right, Bobby. So what I'll do, man, I appreciate the call, man. I definitely, was definitely helpful. What I'll do is, how much are you asking for the property? If you don't mind me asking, see what we can do there.
Yeah, I told her, because I wasn't ready to move, that I wanted $500,000, but that ain't gonna work. So, yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I hadn't looked at it in a while. I know it's gone up, but I mean, I'm going to say it needs to be at least 300,000 based on what little I know, and I hadn't done any work.
Right.
I hadn't done any research. So
okay.
My starting point would be 300,000.
Okay. Well, we do have the capital to purchase around that, so that's not an issue at all. So obviously, got to make sure the numbers make sense. And the situation makes sense for you as well. So, all right, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Yep. So what I'll do is I'll check with.
And you know, like I say, I hadn't done my research. You guys called me, so you'll be the first one. And then once I kind of see if we're even in the ballpark, then I'll do a little more research.
Okay.
So, I mean, now, how does this work? You gonna send me an email and say, okay, I got 36 hours before, take it or leave it offer? What kind of time frame? How does all this work? I've always sold my houses through a realtor.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do that. You have some companies that do that. They say, hey, we'll give you, a certain amount of time. And the reason why the people do that is because, if you got other offers on the table and things like that, and this is a good offer, they say, hey, all right, if you want to jump on this offer, take it now, da-da-da. But pretty much, it's pretty simple, man. I'll explain the process for you. Typically, what we do, let's say we agree on the price that works for you. We'll send you over the purchase and sales agreement. It's going to have everything on there just to make sure, all the information makes sense, like the owner's name, prices, the attorney, things like that. And some of the additional provisions, like an additional provision for you would be granting you that extra amount of days after closing. So that'll be on there. That'll be on there as well. We buy the house as is condition. That'll be on there, and we pay closing costs and stuff like that. So those provisions will be on there. So we'll send you over the agreement so you can review it. If you want to review it together, line by line, I'll walk you through it. That way, everybody's on the same page, and make sure we all know what's going on here. And then after that, we'll schedule our team to come do a walkthrough. Put some eyes on the property just to make sure, there's a house there, and to make sure that, there isn't anything additional.
What I'm telling you is true.
Exactly. So, and then from there,
I might see something I'm not thinking about.
Exactly.
So, no, I understand.
Yep. And then from there, that's usually like a week. We schedule that a week after, we get the agreement back. And then from there, once everything is good to go, we'll send all the documentation over to the attorneys to run the title search. They'll pull the title, do the title search, make sure there's no liens or judgments on the property. If you have anything, they'll let you know. If there's a remaining balance for the mortgage payoff, they'll contact you to get the information for that. And then once all that stuff is situated and settled as far as the paperwork goes, they'll confirm a closing date for us. They'll let you know the closing date, and then I'll let you know the closing date as well, just to make sure that you got the communication. And then from there, we set the close. We wire the funds as soon as the title is clear, so the funds will be in escrow. And then all you will need to do is come to closing, sign about 6 documents, deed and all that good stuff, and then you'll get wired the funding the same exact day.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that process usually takes about 3 to 5 weeks, typically. It takes a little bit, on the 5-week side, if there's a lot of title issues that we need to work out, documentation and things like that. 3 weeks if everything is smooth and clean. But yeah, average between 3 to 5 weeks. And like I said, we can grant you those additional days up to 60 after closing to vacate. So, you'll get a good amount of your funding on closing date. And then you can do whatever you want with that money. And then obviously you have the time to vacate the property to get the other remaining balance released back to you. So it's pretty sweet deal. It's pretty sweet deal, man. Most of our clients love it. So I'll send you some information, man, to your email. And then you can check out our website, check out our information and things like that. Do your research on us. And then when would be a good time for me to reach back out to you, man?
let's see, when you send me the email, give me a couple of days to kind of look at it, and then I'll email you back and say, hey, yeah, let's keep on, or and you know, or if you want to, I know I got a lot of stuff with work related this week, a lot of meetings and a lot of deadlines, so it's going to take me a day or two before I can sift through what you send me and I got any questions.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
I'll come back to you, you know, 3 or 4 days after you send the email, and then you can call me on this anytime.
Okay. So if I don't hear from you this week, I'll just give you a call next week to give you some time to, you know, to look it over, enjoy the weekend and stuff like that, and I'll just reach out to you next week.
Okay. No, that sounds good.
Okay. Sounds good, Bobby. Well, look, man, I appreciate the call, man. I look forward to working with you, and yeah, let's get this thing going, man.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Ty.